Greetings, Saints. Mike here. First day, and been busy with greenhouse and garden and combating some stomach viruses running around. You have a big house, you have a big problem when you have that going on. Been going on with that for a few days here in the family. But I did want to come in here and make a video. Tuesday is fastly approaching, and for those of you who are uninformed or don't live in North Carolina, Tuesday is a big day here in North Carolina as far as voting goes. And I have people on the left of me and people on the right of me both in an uproar about a ballot provision that we have on our ballot here in North Carolina to define marriage in our Constitution as between one man and one woman. And of course, you can imagine the level of mess that's been going on about that. A lot of it's been lies from the left and lies from the right, trying to scare people, terrorize them into voting with their heart. Remember that heart. Scripture talks about your heart uh, being wicked above all things. But anyway, trying to invoke emotion. Oh, if you vote yes, then you're gonna make it so domestic violence laws don't exist, and all thousands and thousands of children won't have insurance because da 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 da. They'll be kicked off the insurance. Just a bunch of crap. Because marriage already in North Carolina, by a matter of code of practice, is already between a man and a woman, and nowhere in the state of North Carolina does a civil union exist by the state of North Carolina, or anything other than a marriage between one man and one woman. So basically, what North Carolina is voting on is whether to move that from codified law into our Constitution. That makes it more durable. Follow me now. Makes what's been going on since this state was a colony, it makes it more durable against those persons and groups that want to change it against the will of the people. Does not mean it cannot be changed, just means it's in our Constitution. So therefore, there's a higher bar to change it. It has to be found unconstitutional by a court with authority to do so, or it has to be voted on by the people. Currently, the way the law is, it only has to be decided by Joe Bob down at the city council meeting that that's what he wants to do in any county, and then that affects the entire state, or a lower court, or a lot of other muddled, befuddled ways to get around it. Okay, so that's the issue we have going on in North Carolina right now. And so I'm going to see if I can piss off people both on the left and the right with truth. Because the one thing neither side wants when they both telling lies is truth. I've been riding around here in my community, and I spent a lot of time all up and down through North Carolina, down by the coast in the past few weeks, all about I mean, you name it, I've been all over everywhere. And a lot, many of these little churches up and down, first day churches, the ones that don't keep the commandments and don't even worry about the 10 Commandments. They go to church on Sunday, which is first day, the Lord's Day, not the Sabbath, which is Yahweh, the Most High's day that we're supposed to rest. And so on these churches, they have little billboards outside, it'll say, you think, in the summertime, it'll say it's hot, wait till you go to hell or whatever. Different little catchy sayings, try to get your attention, to get you to come in there and see what's going on. Well, many of them have little signs up that says, remember to vote on May 8th, Leviticus 18:22. Leviticus 18:22. It's not Initiative 1, it's Leviticus 18:22, 18:22, Leviticus 18:22, Leviticus 18:22, Leviticus 18. Okay, so you get the point. I'm not going to beat you to death with that. Do you know what's amazing to me? Is several of these churches here in my community, the pastors of those churches have conversed with their own lips to me to let me know we are not under Levitical. That's what when they talked to me about it. We're not under Levitical code anymore. The law, we're not under the curse of the law, and the Mosaic law was done away with, and Leviticus is out. Until they want you to vote what they want you to vote, and then they put Leviticus 18:22 up there. I really wish I had a billboard up there. Not that I support, anything other than marriage as the Most High Himself defined it. Which, just in case you're a little unclear, that's Genesis 2:24, Genesis 2:24, should you care to look that up. And it says, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. It does not say a couple of guys and a few chicks, or 8 or 9 chicks and some other chicks. So anyway, it's pretty clear biblically what a marriage is, and anybody who says they don't know what a marriage is, well, they're going to find some kind of way to twist what has been, obvious and clear throughout the history of this book all along. So I'm not even going to address that. They want to hit you with Leviticus 18:22. You're not under the law, according to these guys. I'm a fool for keeping the Sabbath. I waste my time eating clean. Well, no, we don't have to do that. Guess where eating clean is covered? Leviticus. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I thought we weren't under that. You want me to go vote according to something we ain't under anymore? So, I mean, if we're not under Leviticus 18:22, then why ain't you going to go vote no? It's not between a man and a woman. It's between 2 men, 3 donkeys, and a girlfriend. I mean, whatever you want to be. I mean, the donkey might be out, but 3 men, 2 women, 5 men, 5 women. If it's about discrimination, why are you going to discriminate and say only 2 men can be married? Why can't 3 men be married? If there's no moral law, no law defined by our Creator, then why can't 3 men be married? Why do we give all this 9 grades of hell to the Mormons many years ago? Why can't a man have 5 wives? Because it's wrong. You know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. Why can't 9 women be married together in a big little lesbian party? Because it's wrong. But somehow it's right for 2. No, marriage is between a man and a woman. And even the homosexuals know that. Because they're not advocating to let 9 men get married to 1 woman, or 9 men get married to one another, or 3, or whatever. They're saying, no. You can't discriminate and say, using your judgmental, archaic book, that only a man and a woman can be married, man and wife, because that's judging, and you can't do that. So, all right, if we set that aside, if we set that Bible aside, we set that, long-standing tradition of the Most High aside, then what are we left with? Anybody can marry anyone, as many someones as they want, right? Okay, just something you think about. I mean, many people, all of you here in North Carolina, who is predominantly who I'm making this video for, you've already made your mind up. You've either bought the lies on the right, saying it's going to destroy your marriage and destroy the sanctity of their marriage. All the marriages will mean nothing. Your marriage probably means nothing now. You've been divorced 8 times. You don't love your wife the way you should. You don't lead your household. You don't take care of your family spiritually as well as physically. You cheat, you beat, you hit, you're sinning, you're taking them all on the fast lane to hell. We get divorced 100 times. We shack up. Where's the sanctity in marriage? Wow. Okay, that's the lies on the right blowed up. Now let's go to the left. It's not going to affect domestic violence. It's not going to affect who gets insurance, because you don't get legally insurance because you're a married couple in North Carolina now, because you can't be married, homosexuals. So basically, no liar wants the truth. The liars don't want the truth. The liars on the left, they don't want the truth, because if they tell you the truth, you're not going to vote to redefine marriage, because their argument is sound only if 9 men can get married, or half a dozen women can get married, or 30. You know what? For insurance purposes, why don't the whole congregation of a church get married? Then everybody can get under so-and-so's insurance. He's got good insurance. He can have 77 wives. Great insurance, right? Yeah, so that's their argument. That's what it's based on. If it's no biblical tie, no moral tie to marriage, and you can't discriminate against 3 people that want to get married, or any 5 people that want to get married, or any 25 people that want to get married, etc. So that's a little crap. So they don't want that lie exposed. They want to try to turn around and make it sound like you're hateful and you're judging people. I'm not judging people at all. The word is clear. So there's no judgment, no improper judgment going on there. I can look outside and say the sun is shining. I'm not judging. I'm just looking outside. You know what? The sun is shining. I'm looking right at my window. It's shining. The liars on the right have got the lie and say, oh, Leviticus 18:22, oh, the sanctity, all this country is founded on da, 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 and we all this other crap. You're not keeping the law anyway. How dare you sit there and try to invoke somebody to go out and vote the way you want by twisting the word of the Most High with your forked tongue into trying to invoke them to go and vote with Leviticus 18:22 when you don't keep the Sabbath. You don't keep any other Levitical law. Matter of fact, really the only Levitical law you keep is what profits you. Prostituting that word. That's right. Oh, we're supposed to tithe because, it says so, in the Old Testament, the quote unquote Old Testament. Oh, but we're not under the Old Testament anymore. We don't have to keep that, but we have to keep in Leviticus 18:22. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so I probably managed to incite some anger on both sides, but I do encourage you to go and vote, and I do encourage you to vote for Amendment 1 if you believe in the Holy Bibles. If you believe in the Most High, if the Bible has value to your heart, if you love Christ, then support His word and vote yes. It's not a vote of hate. It's not a vote of discrimination. It's just backing His word. We are His laborers in this vineyard called earth. And the owner of the vineyard says grapes are to be defined as such. And so as His workers, we are to vote in accordance. I also encourage you, and I'm sure you will, if you are a heathen and you are at war against the Most High, go vote no. And you know what? I have a little prediction that more people will be on fire to go and vote no so homosexuals can get married. They don't want it to be harder to overturn the history of this state, of this nation, really. I mean, historically. I mean, now it's just changed some places. They want to make it easy for judges and low-ranking politician bureaucrats to go counter to the will of the majority of the people of this state, not only now, but throughout history. They want it to be easy to overturn that so they can, if you'll pardon my French, backdoor their way in to being accepted. That's fine. You can be accepted. You can have 600 gay weddings right out there at the courthouse whenever it's overturned, and throw rice and have cupcakes and a big party and all that. And the whole world can accept you and applaud you. And science might even fix it so, you can carry a baby. Two men can have a baby together, and, two women can have a baby together. And whatever else ludicrousness it might lead to at some point. But you know what? The word doesn't change. And when you die and you've lived in that abomination and you haven't repented and came away from it and accepted Christ, I have a news flash for you. There will be no amendment to keep you from hell. There will be no vote to keep you out from under judgment. And you will be at the throne. And your boyfriend, if you're a man, or your girlfriend, if you're a woman, and all of the people that turn out to vote whatever way you vote on Tuesday will not be before the throne with you. So I've told you, and you've been warned. There's the truth. Work with it. Accept it. I'm going to catch this phone. Be blessed.